Fletcher, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and the clinical director here at Lifeline Counseling Centers.
And I'm Carrie Filoni, licensed professional counselor at Lifeline Counseling Center, and I'm the director of operations.
So we are here today to talk to you about how to help you support your system through your worries and your anxieties to help manage through the coronavirus. We know that when our systems are feeling stressed, it can be very difficult. So we just want to take a couple minutes to talk to you about some strategies so that your nervous system, your body, and your brain can feel calm so that you can do all the great things that we know that you want to do. So we're going to start off by just showing you a couple different exercises or things that you can experience that will help your body feel calmer. Kiri, why don't you go ahead and start?
Well, one of the things that I think is important is that we call these grounding exercises for a reason, because we want to get grounded and stabilized. So when I think ground, I go down to my feet, and so I plant my feet first, sends a signal to the brain that I'm about to do something different, which in this case I'm going to take a deep breath, try to do it from my diaphragm. So breathe in, hold it, and breathe out through pursed lips. Let's do it again. Breathe in, hold it, out through pursed lips, and a third time. Breathe in, hold it, and out through pursed lips. Why 3 times? Science says that if you do 3 breath cycles in 60 seconds, it has the effect of slowing the nervous system down. So that's just a way to do it. Sometimes our body doesn't want to cooperate with breathing. So if we put our hands on our hips, I call this the Wonder Woman pose, that the body will respond to touch. So by putting our hands on our hips, then it helps us, our chest open and our diaphragm breathe easier. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. So that's what I call a breath hack.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
Well, and we think about any pose or posture in yoga that is about grounding, it does help the body feel a little bit calmer. Other things that we know are very simple, things that you do all the time. But if you notice that you start to feel anxious or worried, usually our core body temperature goes up. So if we're noticing that flush sensation, noticing feeling hot, drink a glass of ice cold water. Essentially, the coolness will help decrease your body temperature. Simple, but very effective. We can also do the same thing with placing a wet washcloth behind our neck by putting our hands in cold water. It's those little pieces like Kiri was talking about that help us just be reminded that right now I'm okay, right now I'm safe, and we're doing that by recognizing what's happening in our body and trying to counteract it. So we have a shallowness of breath, we breathe, we expand our diaphragm, we notice we're hot, we drink water, we use some cold water. Kiri, what else do you use to help regulate?
Yes. Well, back to the breath is that the research says too that when we're kind of anxious or hyper aroused, as we call it, that a longer exhale is what's going to help bring our system down. And there's a really easy way to do that. We do it naturally. It's called sighing, but sighing with agency. So giving it some noise behind it. So it's like,
You know, y'all do it anyways
that's
with your kids,
right. That's right. And so doing that a couple times will help our system settle down, and then hopefully our family will join us.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right? And whenever we're modeling, whenever we're doing, we can model for our kids. So a couple other pieces that are related to the senses. We know that our nervous system gets calmed down through sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So find something that really brings you pleasure. Right? Think about orange trees or orange blossoms after the rain. What helps you just take a moment, and it kind of feels like just a fresh breath, so that we can do that with things that taste, things that we can touch, things that we can smell. We can do that with lotions. When we put lotion on our hands, we can put lotion on our kids, have our spouse put lotion on us. But think about the sensory touch that brings you pleasure. Figure it out, play with it a little bit.
Hey, can I ask some of that?
Absolutely.
I'm getting a little nervous on this video.
I know, yeah. Do you like the feathery touch? Do you like more pressure? What feels good to you?
I just kind of like I think a little feathery, lighter touch.
Mhm.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Mhm.
smelling it.
Notice the breath that happened as she was breathing in. So other things that we can use are essential oils. Not only do these help again with the sensory pieces, but often at times we think they have some medicinal purposes too that might keep us healthy. We can also utilize things like Jolly Ranchers, mints, or gum. We think about anything that's sour, so Sour Patch Kids, sour Jolly Ranchers, or peppermints, and taking and putting a candy in your mouth. Noticing again what happens. Your saliva starts to get activated. You start to smell the scent that's in there. And again, we're just paying attention. One of the things that Scripture tells us, it says, "Be still and know that God is God." When we're in that be still and knowing God is in control, we're thinking about all the exercises and strategies that can help us do that. So we really can have that as broad or as narrow as we like. But be playful, be curious, figure out what you like. What really helps Carrie's nervous system might not be something that helps mine, but those are all strategies that we can explore together. Be active and playful with your kids. So we're going to head off and we're going to go do something that feels good and feels self-care for us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.